Think back to January 1st. You were pumped. This is the year. You're waking up at 5 a.m., meditating, eating salads, drinking a gallon of water, and somehow learning Italian before work. Now, cut to January 10th. You're snoozing your alarm. The gym membership is, well, let's call it a donation. Your new planner, somewhere under a pile of laundry. Sound familiar? Well, now that a couple of months have passed since the new year, your New Year's resolutions may even be an afterthought at this point. Have you ever wondered why New Year's resolutions fall apart faster than a cheap chair from the internet? Well, if you have, stick with me. The answer isn't what you think. Every year, millions of people set resolutions. They declare, this is going to be my year, as if speaking it out loud gives them maybe some magical powers. You know what? I've been there too. But here's the brutal truth. 88% of New Year's resolutions fail. Yes, someone actually studied this. Why is that the case? Well, perhaps motivation, or rather maybe the lack of motivation. Motivation can be a liar. Motivation whispers in your ear, you've got this on January 1st, and then vanishes like a bad date when things get hard. But motivation isn't the only villain. There's another, even sneakier villain lurking in the shadows. Your bandwidth. Picture this. Your brain is like an old school smartphone. Too many apps open, it crashes. Too many goals set at once, well, you crash. Look, you already have a busy life. Work, friends, groceries, and that friend who keeps sending you voice notes that are way too long. Now you want to drop in a whole new routine overnight? Your bandwidth says, nope. Here's what's happening. You set a goal. You're excited. Of course you should be excited. But guess what? Life then happens. Stress piles up, and suddenly the habits that you wanted to build start feeling like another chore. And when something feels like a chore, well, what happens? We've all been there, right? We quit. Not because we're lazy, not because you lack willpower, but because your brain literally wasn't built for this kind of change. But what if I told you that there's a better way? One that doesn't rely on motivation, doesn't overload your bandwidth, and get this, actually works. It's called using SMART goals and putting SMART goals through what I like to call the SMART goal machine. Stick around because we're about to run a classic New Year's resolution through the SMART goal machine and see what comes out on the other side. Spoiler alert, it won't be another broken promise to yourself. All right, let's take a classic New Year's resolution. I'm gonna get in shape. Sounds nice, right? But this goal is doomed. It's too vague, it's got no plan, and it's relying on pure willpower. So let's throw it through the SMART goal machine. First of all, being specific. What does get in shape even mean? Let's refine it. State something like, I want to be able to do 20 push-ups without stopping. Measurable. We need a way to track progress. Stating something like, I'll do push-ups 3 times a week and track my reps. Achievable. If you can't do just 1 push-up now, maybe 20 is too big of a leap. So you need to adjust. State something like, I'll start with 5 push-ups and add 1 each week. Relevant. Is this goal actually important to you? Or are you just setting it because social media says you should? Or somebody else says you should? If it doesn't matter to you, don't stick with it. Time bound. Now we need a deadline. Say something like, by March 31st, I want to hit 20 push-ups. Every time you set a goal, it should have an expiration date so you can reassess. Now that is an actual plan, not a vague wish, not a motivational speech, but a structured way to actually win at New Year's resolutions. And here's the kicker. This works anytime, not just on January 1st. Whether it's late February, early March, or the middle of July, SMART goals don't care about the calendar. They just work. Okay, so now you have a SMART goal, but how do you actually make sure that you follow through? First, reassess often. Don't just set a goal and hope for the best. Check in with that goal every 1 to 2 weeks. Are you making progress? Does anything need to be tweaked? Adjust instead of quitting. 2, shorter time frames are better. Instead of setting a massive year-long goal, break it down. Aim for success in 30 to 60-day chunks. Progress is what keeps you motivated. 3, outcome versus effort. Focus on what you can control. You can't guarantee a six-pack in 3 months, but you can commit to doing a workout 3 times a week. Prioritize effort-based goals. 4, accountability and support. Tell someone about your goals, a friend, a coach, some sort of online community. Regular check-ins make a huge difference. And 5th, reward progress, not just perfection. Celebrate small wins. Every push-up, every study session, every step forward, it counts. Small wins keep momentum alive. So, what's the takeaway here? New Year's resolutions don't fail because you failed. They fail because they weren't designed to work in the first place. Motivation is unreliable. Bandwidth is limited. But with SMART goals and a solid follow-through strategy, you can take chaos out of change. And that is exactly how you actually win the new year, whenever you decide to start. What's one goal you're working on this year? Drop it in the comments and let's put it through the SMART goal machine together. And if you want more mind-body hacks that actually work, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And we'll see you next time.